He reminds us, he says, don't be afraid. For Yahweh, your Elohim, who brought you up from the, whatever was your Mitzrayim, your Egypt, who brought you out of your bondage, is with you. Now, it starts off by saying he's with you. It's not saying right up front here, he's just going to handle everything. You're going to have to still go into this battle. He said, but he is with you. So what's to be afraid of? But. He's with you. But there's more elements to this. What are these things that are going on? If you're going to go to battle, you need to go without distraction, without anything that is pulling you in a different direction. You have to be fully committed. You know, the Vikings would burn the ships. That's motivation. In other words, you have to know when you're going to battle that you have no thought of running away. There's no thought of backpedaling, whatever. And so they would go and land someplace, burn the ships, and then they say, okay, you got no choice. You're going to have to win because there's no place to go. There is no retreat. You're not going anywhere except forward. So some of you may think, well, why do they need to spy out the land? Why didn't they just go? Why would Yahweh tell them to spy out the land? Well, because he knew they had a heart issue that needed to be addressed. And he wanted to show them the heart issue before they actually went and had the heart issue really cause a problem. So he said, take your leaders, because I want you to see from a leadership point of view, the people cannot do what the leadership doesn't do. See, where are you in your life with this? Remember we read in Deuteronomy 20, you're facing a situation. It looks overwhelming. All evidence points to you are not able to handle this thing. Remember, Yahweh tells us, though, through the scriptures that nothing will come upon you that you're not able to handle and without a way of escape being provided, etc. You just don't know that you are okay to handle it, that you're prepared, that you have the things that you need. The problem is inside you. We have a fear that causes us to choose the way of least resistance, which is a sort of a lazy trait. I don't want to call you lazy, because this is why I've got to be careful here. Because some of you work really, really hard at the thing that's producing not enough. But the fear is causing you to be lazy about the effort, because you don't want to make the effort to do the change. Oh yeah, you work hard at the thing that's producing not enough. And you put in the hours, maybe 2 or 3 jobs doing the thing that produces not enough. But you won't make the effort to change. Let me deal with something here, but I don't know how much further we're going to get in this chapter because I want to deal with something very important. Okay? This whole thing of Lashon hara. Lashon is the tongue, hara is evil tongue. What you see the leadership here doing is Lashon hara. They're actually spreading things in a gossipy, rumorish, sort of slanderous way that's not the correct information, and it's specifically to influence people. The key to Lashon hara is the idea of you're trying to influence people in a negative way. The most abundant peace stealer in the assembly today, and that is this kind of stuff. It's the talk that's going on behind the scenes, the chatter, the slander. And the problem is that you have a responsibility when people come to you to stop them in their tracks and ask questions before they go further. Like, for example, the question of, have you addressed this with the person who you're telling me about? If not, you go do that first. I don't need to be involved. I'll give you an example. One of the things going around is that we have a camera over the offering box watching and recording everybody that goes to it, and then we go back in the room and watch the video to see who's putting offerings in so that we can decide who we give benevolence to or not, and all these other things. You know what? When I heard this, the first thing I did was I called up David, who's our operations director, and I said, do we have a camera? And he said, yes, we have one in the building. It's actually over Manny's head so that it watches the entire room in case somebody broke in here and caused a problem in our building. It's for security, and it is not over the offering box. It's filming the entire service. You do understand, hopefully, from Scripture, that I can do whatever I want with the money. That's Scripture. You don't see anywhere where the Levites are giving an audit to the Israelites of everything they ever did with the stuff they were given. They don't give an annual statement. They don't give any kind of accounting. It was given to Yahweh, to the Levites. But I don't do any of that. Okay? If you talk to the staff, you'll find out that I am somewhat paranoid to make sure we're above board with our finances. How are you going to be influenced or not? You know, we had a saying back in the multi-level marketing days of being snioped. Are you susceptible? S-N-I-O-P. Susceptible to the negative influences of other people. How susceptible are you? You're going to hear stuff. There's stuff being said about every leader all over the place all the time. How do you respond to that? If you take it and pass it along, now you're really in some trouble.